In this video, I'm going to show you how I ship bobblehead figures. Stay tuned. So these are some of the items you're going to need to ship a bobblehead figure. Obviously, you're going to need the bobblehead, a 9x6x5 box, and we'll talk about that in a second, some tape, and two sheets of bubble wrap. Basically, they're two 12x12 sheets there, and that's going to wrap that thing. Special note on this 9x6x5 box. I've shipped lots of bobbleheads over the years, and I found that this is the average size bobblehead box that'll fit literally 90% of all bobbleheads in existence. Sure, there are some that are bigger than this, but this 9x6x5 box is almost a perfect size. We don't want it to be completely flush with everything because we want some room for the bubble wrap, and we'll show you that in just a second. So basically, we are going to put our 9x6x5 box together. Usually put the information on the bottom so that it just ordinates a little better. See there is our box, and we can see that the bobblehead will fit just like that inside the box. Now we don't want all that rattling around, so this is what we're going to have to do. We're going to take some bubble wrap, and we are going to take those two positions, give it a good little roll, get a little piece of tape, put it in there, and as you can see here, it'll stick right in there perfectly, as you can see. Now we're going to put some paper dunnage in the sides of the walls here so that there's no crushing. And as you can see already, without that, we could do the shake test. Now I could shake this loose, but the shake test already is pretty good. And you can see how that fits pretty well in there with just the bubble wrap alone. As you can see, we got some of our paper dunnage. Now I did forget to mention this in the very beginning that we need these. You could use actually newspaper for this particular job, but I just happen to have some craft paper on hand, as you can see there. Now you want to make sure that there's a little bit of give in there so that it holds everything nice and proper in there, as we can see there. And what I'm doing is I'm scoring with my nails. Now this is a trick I actually never heard any reseller or anyone actually mention, but I actually take my thumbnail or my fingernails and I actually score the tape onto the box. And what that does is it really kind of on an atomic level smashes or actually binds that adhesive to the cardboard. Now you don't have to do that. It's just something I've always done for years. It's almost like a little tick in a way. But what I found is, like, if you ever tape a box up and you leave it and you notice that the tape comes off, usually, you know, there's some different tapes that are a little bit more adhesive than the others. But that if you score it with your fingernails, now if your fingernails are sharp, you're going to cut right through it. But if they're kind of smooth and round, you'll be able to score that really well. And what that does is, like I said, it really helps the tape stick to the box where it's not going to come off. Now, one of the things I actually failed to mention in the beginning of this video is most bobbleheads are going to weigh anywhere between 12 ounces all the way up to, you know, a couple pounds. So for the most part, they're going to land in the area of 12 to 15 ounces. That's with the bobblehead in a box. Now, that's not also considering packaging and dunnage and the box and the tape. It's going to go usually well over a pound. So just be aware that most bobbleheads are going to ship priority. So we're actually going to weigh this one right now. As we can see, 1 pound 2 ounces for this one. So for our business, this would ship via UPS. You could use medium flat rate boxes if you see that it's going to cost you a little bit more than $11. You can also ship if you do Macari. Definitely select UPS. Sometimes the USPS charges are a little bit less, but just realize that most bobbleheads, once you pack them up, are going to be over a pound for sure. There's a lot of them that are in between the 1 and 2 pound ranges. So just remember that when you're setting up your listing, that these for sure are going to have to go priority. So however way you ship, and that's what the 9x6x5 boxes help, is it helps cut down that price. We could shrink the boxes a little bit smaller, but like I said, I've been shipping bobbleheads for years, and this seems to be the most efficient box size that I have. As a matter of fact, I bought these just for bobbleheads because we ship, you know, maybe a couple of them a month. So they're definitely handy boxes to have on hand. So there you have it. That's how I ship a bobblehead figure. Now, for the most part, this is going to end up 99% of the time going to the destination in perfect condition. One of the pro tips that I have to give before you go and list a bobblehead is just to make sure that you take it out of the box and make sure that some pieces aren't broken, because sometimes baseball bats and cleats and gloves and some kind of different things like that, sometimes they break, and especially for other sports like the basketballs or the soccer balls, sometimes they break off. So just make sure that you're looking at your figure before you list it and after, or before you even ship it, to make sure that there's no damage before you ship it, because that could be a major problem. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely go down there, click the like button. If you have a better way or some way that you think that can improve this, definitely leave a comment below, and I'll definitely go and read those. And once again, I'm Chris the Thrift Shop Hustler. We'll see you next time. Take care.
What she know about rocking the wolf on your noggin? What she knowin' about wearing a bird box skin? I'm digging, I'm searching right through that luggage. One man's trash, that's another man's granddad. We're donating that slap it up shirt, 'cause now I'm up in her. I'm in the well, you can find me in the. I'm not searching in the section.